Many times, the mere presence of a pistol can stop an attack in its tracks. Want to take your knowledge beyond the narrated videos? Join us on Active Self-Protection Extra and subscribe for multiple videos every week to help you get better in your defensive skills. Hi everyone, this is John with today's Active Self-Protection lesson out of Newport, Michigan. Here we're going to see an attempted robbery that goes pretty badly for the robber. We're going to learn important lessons here about the use of force multipliers, about using a firearm effectively to stop the threat, even if you don't have to shoot it. And we're going to talk here some about whether having a gun under the counter is a good idea. This one happens in a hurry. The clerk in the lower left is paying attention to the front door when a guy is going to walk in right now with a knife in his hand and announce an armed robbery. Put a bag on the desk and the clerk plays it real cool until he decides to reach under the counter right here and grab a firearm. And as the guy sees that with the knife, he boogies out and this one's over just that fast. Let's go back and think about some significant lessons out of this one. Number one, this guy's paying attention to his surroundings. He is in a dangerous area. Convenience stores, that's part of the rules of stupid, and he is paying attention to the door. Sees a customer come in, that gives him some time. Now the guy announces his robbery and our clerk plays it real cool and he uses a significant advantage that he has. That is space. The guy's got to get over the counter in order to do any damage to him. If he had a gun, that wouldn't be the case, but because he doesn't, our clerk has some space available to him and he stays away from the guy. Now he decides right here to go and to use that space, but this is why I don't recommend keeping a gun under the counter. Instead, I recommend keeping it on your person. If he had kept it on his person, he could have just stayed back and drawn that firearm, not put himself in danger. Here, he has to put his hand where the guy can get a hold of it, where he could have reached out and hurt him, and that's why I don't like a firearm under the counter, because it makes you put yourself at risk to defend yourself. Thankfully, it didn't hurt him in this instance. He's able to get the gun out. By the way he's holding that gun, I'm going to bet that he did not chamber it. I always tell you, if you're going to keep a defensive firearm, if it's staged for defense, it needs to be ready to go. It needs to be loaded. It needs to be go right now. And thankfully, he didn't need to fire. I love the fact that the guy boogied out, and because he did boogie out, the clerk didn't shoot him. He just let him go. That's fine. That was a great defensive gun use. And because he ended the threat, that was what he needed to do, and he didn't. Great job by this clerk of being aware, of getting to his tools, of using them effectively, great defensive gun use, and of not shooting a fleeing felon. That was a good idea because it's easier for him. He did a good job and covered his asp.